that don't want what we know out there.
How a person can go from really almost nothing to becoming a millionaire by owning rental properties.
He would always buy these flip houses, and I just remember thinking, this guy is crazy. Why would he buy that house?
In the past decade, there's been a huge surge in the peer-to-peer short-term rental market.
Become an insider. So you have to know the rules before you get in the game.
Every second counts. So make every second count.
Welcome to the Real Estate Jam. Whether you're just beginning or the best of the best, we're glad you're here. We will share successes, failures, and strategies for the action-taking real estate investor. And now to your hosts, JD and Melissa.
Hi guys, welcome to the Real Estate Jam podcast. I'm JD, and this is...
Hello, JD. How are you?
My wonderful co-host, Melissa. And we're really happy back in it, the full swing after the new year and the holidays. And I think, we just want to give you some updates on some of the things that we're actually doing in our business, some of the things going on with us.
First, can we talk about our meetup? So we have a meetup every second Wednesday of the month in Panama City Beach. Mm-hmm. And this past week we had our meetup, and it was super exciting because we had right under 50 people, which is an all-time record for us. And we had an awesome speaker. It was Ryan Smith.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Ryan's been on the podcast before, so you guys may know him, that he was willing to drive a few hours over from where he's at over by Pensacola, Escambia County, over to where we're at. And he dropped a lot of knowledge.
Sorry.
He dropped a lot of knowledge in regards to marketing, not necessarily specific marketing things, but kind of the broad way to look at it, because a lot of times real estate investors, they don't understand marketing the same way a lot of other businesses do.
Yeah, and I really like that he used, was it an acorn farm, a pecan farm? Which was it?
Yeah, it was peanut farmers.
Peanut farmers, yeah, as using the analogy of marketing. Do you remember how he did that? Because I thought that was great.
Yeah, he's saying if you're selling tractors and you realize that 75% of the tractors you sell are being sold to peanut farmers, and then the rest of the tractors, ones and twos, get sold to some of these other farmers, and you only have a limited budget, you wouldn't go out and just pull a list of 100,000 farms and mail to all of them. What you would do is pull a list of all of the peanut farmers and send to them. And if somebody who happens to be a peanut farmer not be a peanut farmer gets wind of it, you'll handle that when he comes in and sell him the tractor if that's what he wants. But you're getting more bang for your buck by targeting those peanut farmers. And now, what does that analogy actually mean? It means, one, segment your list. If you're looking at marketing, when he went into the rule of 7, that most people don't do business with you on your first time touching them. The first time they hear about you, it takes 7 touches, whether that's direct mail, cold call, SMS. They need to see you 7 times before they're either in a position where it makes sense to use your service or whatever. But with the peanut farmer, you're starting out, well, first, your list is huge. It's everybody in America, or everybody in your town, everybody in your state. So for us, everybody in the 5 counties that we work in the Panhandle of Florida. But we don't have enough marketing money to market to every single person, which is what you would do. So you segment your list first by saying, okay, we're in these counties, that segments it from the state. And then we're not trying to target every person. We're only trying to target people with houses. Now, when we look at the people with houses, who are the people that we want to target? We want to then niche that down or segment that list down to the specific people that we want to get. And what we found, and other real estate industry leaders have found, is there are certain types of properties and types of problems that are more likely to sell at a discount than just a random property. And so you keep on segmenting your list down until you have a group of properties and people that you're marketing to that are the most likely to sell their property
Can
to
you
you at a
do some
discount.
examples? Like on the code enforcement list, also the water shutoff list, right? That would be where you niched it down way down.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking at these 5 counties, and in each of those counties, we're niching it down. And like Melissa said, we're pulling all of the government lists that we know how to do: evictions, foreclosures, probate, water shutoff, code enforcement. Now, those are all segmented. Now, one of the things he talked about is list stacking, right? And list stacking is just niching that big list of all those people down even further, right? So instead of just segmenting down to code enforcement, we're saying, well, we've realized that if somebody is on quote the code enforcement violation list and they're also on the pre-foreclosure list, they're more likely to sell than somebody who's just on the code enforcement for tall grass. So, and that's the way we build our list. That's the way we're looking. We pull all the niches and we start marketing to the ones that we think will be the most motivated. And in our world and the way that we're looking at data, that's the people who are on the most of those niche lists. And then we want to mail and call and text as many of those people as we can. But if you niche down too small, you don't get enough properties or people. So first we look at who's on the most list, and then the second most list, third most list, and then we back it out. Eventually, depending on your marketing budget, you might get to a point where you've marketed to all the niche lists, and now you need to start looking into some of the other lists or the broader lists. So another one that we use after we look at niche is so any of those high motivation, high REI SIF calls them vexations. Then we look at, okay, well, how about vacant properties or vacant mailing addresses? Or and we supplement the primary marketing that we're doing, the niche marketing that we're doing, with some of these other conditions that might lead to a sale, such as newly vacant. If you weren't vacant last month and you're vacant this month, there's a likelihood, more of a likelihood than just a random property, that something went on or something happened with that specific property that might indicate some level of motivation in the property owner. We supplement with our driving for dollars list, the vacant list, out of state owner lists, and some of the bigger, broader lists, until we get the number of properties that we need to market to on a monthly basis to get the number of deals that we want to get. Ryan did a really good job of explaining
Really good,
that.
yeah. And then, of course, next month we're going to have Tyler from REI SIFT, who's going to piggyback on top of that to talk about the list stacking more and those kind of things.
Yeah, both Ryan and Tyler can talk about a many number of things, for everything from mindset to how you're actually doing it. And that's the great thing, is where Ryan's conversation talked about general theories and ideas to help understand the way that marketing is going. Tyler can get very, very tactical in the weeds on how stuff. And we had Tyler on the podcast too. And so we're trying to bring these people that are in our network that we know provide a lot of value to the people in our local community, our local real estate investors meetup. And the reason we're doing that is one, it's the goodness of our hearts. We're just great people. But really what it does is the more people that are out there are able to find off-market and distressed properties, and then that gives us the opportunity to partner with them, to help them, maybe even buy some of their deals. It allows us to help other people understand the value that buying off-market properties brings to the investors. So we might be able to dispose some of our deals. There's a lot of good things that come out of the meetup, and it's nice to just sit around and talk with other people who are doing the same kind of things that you're doing, because it's really hard to have this conversation at Thanksgiving with members of your family that you can't choose, but you have to be around them, that maybe think of all real estate investors as vultures, or all those kind of things. Building that community of support and like-mindedness is what we were trying to do with the Panama City Beach meetup. And I think we're doing a good job moving in the right direction.
I think I really like about it is because we have time. We didn't this month, but usually every single month we have where we go around the room and everybody introduces themselves because there's new people coming and going all the time, and then talk about a problem or something they need help on. And I think it's really great because we have such a diverse group of people that most of the time somebody's already experienced that before, that problem, and can help tremendously in helping you push the needle forward.
Yeah, it's absolutely that mindset of masterminding and using other people, leveraging other people's experience to solve your problems is huge. We also, you kind of turn that into a wants and needs. So if somebody has a property they're trying to get rid of, somebody's looking for a property to flip, we try to connect those people and bring that in. Now, okay, so if you don't live in the Panhandle, maybe you don't care about our meetup. But the key takeaway for this is that, one, going to meetups is important. You get to meet lots of people, learn from them. But two, if your area doesn't have a meetup, then you can start one, because there's always going to be people who want to talk real estate and want to learn. And if you're doing something in real estate, that's even better, because there's so many people who think it's cool, but have never taken any action. And if you start interacting with these people, help them take action, they're going to help you.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
I like that.
What else we got going on right now?
We were going to talk about, the probate part that we were struggling with building on a process for.
Yeah.
I think.
So right now, we implement the first to market strategy. Again, from REI Sift, is where we go directly to the source, as close to the source as we can for our data. We pull, and in this instance, we're pulling probate records, but all of the records that we pull, we're doing this with. And for us, we call them multiple times, then we put them over into our SMS messaging platform, SMS message the mobile numbers or the cell numbers. And then when we still don't hear anything from those people, we take the remaining numbers. If you pulled 50 probate deals from, or probate prospects from the week, we put them through that system. And when they get done with being text messages, we start sending them postcards. Well, a lot of times, especially with probate comes back, the return mail comes back. And so now the question really is, what do you do with the return mail? A lot of investment companies, they don't do anything with it. And what we do is we market return mail, and then we go in and verify addresses, verify personal representatives or administrators, see if we're trying to contact them, if we're trying to contact somebody else, skip trace those people, find their numbers, call them again, text them again, mail them again. And that's just kind of the process, the cycle. That's the way it happens. But the question that came up today, which is causing us a little bit of decision fatigue, is what do you do when it's a great property with lots of equity and the person doesn't have any heirs, doesn't have any obituary listed? You're kind of out of leads to track down, or ideas on where to go to find the person who's in control of the property, or who should be in control of the property, so that we can put it under contract.
So we're trying to build that out. There is, what's really cool is people who specialize in that, and they're called genealogists. And they run about $300, did you say, per lead? But the goal is for us to try to do as much on our end and with our VAs to track them down, to eliminate and just get a few, right?
Yep.
That's the goal, a few that we would have to do the extra funds to track them down.
Yeah. And
so we're trying to build that process out.
luckily in Florida, the online court system is really good, and we have a lot of resources to track those people down. Plus, because Melissa worked in a law firm for years and years and years, she has a lot of experience tracking
Defendants.
tracking down defendants and being able to read through all the court documents. So if there's something that I would recommend to everybody, one, process your direct mail, because you can find a lot of really good deals through that process, deals that other people aren't finding. And then two, I think that you should get really familiar with whatever niche you're working. If there's any legal component to that at all, get familiar with what that process is and where to find that information.
Yeah.
If you can find that information, if you can go in and you know what when you're looking at a les pendens or the initial complaint, and you can see, okay, well, this person probably has a connection to the property or the property owner, and you know how to find those and figure them out, I think you're a lot better. And just cyberbackgroundchecks.com. It's a free skip tracing. It links a lot of stuff together. We also use True People Search and a couple other paid things to help really track that down. But our best friend is getting the data as close to the source as possible. And for us, those are the online records.
Good word. And if you need any help, just reach out to us and we'll be happy to share what we know for sure. But I would like to invite you guys to our meetup. We're going to have it February 7th if you're local next month, because the second Wednesday's on Valentine's Day. And although JD would rather go to the meetup and not hang out with me for Valentine's Day, other smart dudes don't make those choices.
That's not what I would rather do, but we are super excited. So if you're in the Panhandle area, make sure you come out.
Not that it matters, because even on Valentine's Day, we will sit and talk real estate the whole time anyways. So
that's true, but we're doing it at a fancy dinner. So, well,
Grimaldi's.
It'll be great. All right, guys. Well, we'll catch you next week. I think we'll have a guest or two on the following week.
We have some lined up that we're just trying to nail down their scheduling. So thanks for joining us. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Let us know how we can help you.
And leave us a 5-star review. Tell your friends.
Yeah. Bye. Have a good week.
Thank you for listening to the Real Estate Jam. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. For more information, check out our website, therealestatejam.com, or find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Real Estate Jam. If you have any questions, feel free to drop us an email at therealestatejam@gmail.com. See you next episode.